Good evening, everybody. Let's try to find some buying and selling opportunities in the stock market today using technical analysis. Let's take a look first at Tesla. Tesla is up $5.50, 3.17%, closed at 179.24. So let's take a look at where we are at. First off, I am glad to be back. I took some vacation, went to Paris for 10 days, where I got to teach them how to really speak French. So let's recap a little bit. So 10 days back, a lot of things happened, but we did not get this break of this big downward resistance. Tesla is into a downward channel. It has been into this downward channel since July of last year. So for the last year, this was the pace of descent. The pace of descent is represented by this line right here. This is the pace of descent. We had a little bit of a snafu here, a little bit of an exception, but aside from that, this is pretty crazy that we can draw a line and that a stock chart will follow that line. If you don't believe in technical analysis, you need to believe that we can draw a line that shows where the boundaries of a stock is. So this is pretty crazy. So we can use that information in order to guide our trading or investing decisions. So Tesla could not break this downward channel. And if it does not break it, then there's not much sense in buying it because we are into a downward channel. And what the downward channel is telling us is that the stock should be continuing to go down until it breaks that downward channel. It has not done so. It came close. It came close April 29th. It came very close to breaking it and it did not break it. And also right here, May 21st, right here, it came pretty close and did not break it. So we are just waiting for Tesla to break it. Sometimes when we are into a downward channel, we can still get some swings up. There are still some swings up and we try to catch them too. But right now we are so close to this downward resistance right here that it does not make much sense to buy right here. We tend to buy close to the support right here, the other line that shows the bottoms. This is a bottom, this is a bottom. So we can catch some swings at the bottom under certain conditions. But most of what we can do is just wait until the stock breaks downward resistance. Once it breaks that downward resistance, we need to have other confirmations. We need to have stochastic over 60. Right now it's at 39. And we also like to have the stock break a horizontal resistance because stocks like to go sideways for long periods of time. Look at this one here. January to May, it has basically gone sideways. So we don't like to buy and just get stuck going sideways. So on top of getting outside of a downward channel, we like to also break a horizontal resistance. And then chances are that this is going to continue and we are going to make some money. And that horizontal resistance is at 194.35. In terms of indicators, like I said, we don't have stochastic over 60. So we need to have stochastic over 60 in order to have a believable move up. We don't have that. So let's just wait. Let's take a look at the VIX. So VIX is telling us the fear factor of the stock market. Right now, this is pretty low. We are at 1237. So this should be helping the stock market as a whole. The bonds, the higher the bonds, the lower the stock market. And right now we have no stochastic on the bonds, so we should be continuing down. It should not be going higher, so that would be good for the stock market. And US dollar, the same thing. When the US dollar is down, the stock market tends to go up. Let's take a look at the stock indices. So what's happening with Dow Jones? So Dow Jones, this is another example. Dow Jones is stuck. He's stuck into a congestion zone. It's going sideways. Yeah, yes, it's zigzagging, but it's going sideways. So next stop should be around 37. So stock market is basically stuck a little bit. S&P 500, this one is a little bit stronger because we were into a congestion zone right here and a bigger one also at the same time. But for both of these cases, the upper limit was at 5,267 and we broke that. So this is a buy signal. this is an indication that there's an imbalance between the buyers and sellers. So we tend to follow where the imbalance is. The buyers are stronger than the sellers. The sellers used to make the SPX go down at 52.67. They cannot do it anymore. The buyers are stronger now than they were. So this is a buy signal. So if you want to make some money, you can buy some SPX calls. Nasdaq, same thing. You know, we had this limit at 18,336. Broke it May 15th. Boom, it's continuing. So if you bought on May 15th, you are in the money right now. Let's take a look at the Magnificent Seven. So Apple, you know, it's pretty clear that it's into a big horizontal congestion zone. So it's zigzagging between 165 and 198.35. This is what it's doing. Going up, going down, going up, going down. Now it's pretty close to the top, so it's not the time to buy. Close to the bottom, you can decide to buy at some point after you get stochastic over 60 and things like that. But right now, it's a little bit too high. So let's just wait. And if it breaks 198.35, then we can get back in. We should not chase a stock, you know. We have our criteria and we let the stock do what it does. And once it breaks some threshold, some stakes in the ground that we have, then we can get it. Amazon, we had a congestion zone right here. Then we broke it. So this was positive. Broke it, came back in, broke it again. So when something does this, it means that our congestion zone is not big enough. So we need to wait until we break 190.29 in order to get back in. Right now, there's no stochastic. We should be going back down to either 167 or just above this one right here at 171. But don't buy it yet. Okay, AMD is back into its congestion zone and it went below and now it's back into it. You can consider a buy also. We have stochastic over 60 and we just got outside of a downward channel right here. The horizontal resistance was at 161.44. We broke that. So yeah, this is your buy right there. ARM, this one still needs to get back above 116.50 so that we can consider it. And again, you know, it's always the same rule. We have more resistance that we broke and the horizontal one is at 116.50. We also have another one. See, it's making lower highs. So in this particular case, I would wait for a break of this, the second one I just drew, just to be sure. So it means that we are going to be at around 120. We already have stochastic over 60, so maybe the buy signal is going to come very soon. Google, you know, this one is continuing higher and higher. Microsoft, the congestion zone changed also. Now it's now at 427. So we have just broken that one and we are staying above. This is your buy right there. Meta back into the congestion zone, good stochastic. I would just wait for a break of 179.69 just to be sure. After that, then it's a little buy for a move until 523.39, where it can come back. NVIDIA, boom. It broke the congestion zone that was at 973.59. It just broke it. And now, you know, it's continuing. Palantir at the bottom of the congestion zone, no stochastic. I would not touch that one. SMCI, we still see the congestion zone right here. We need to wait for 982.37. SoFi, nothing to do here. Let's take a look at our EV stocks. So BYD, this one is still going higher and higher. We have lost stochastic, so I'm a bit concerned that we might not be able to stay above that diagonal support. Lucid, we clearly see a floor, you know, at 264. We came a little bit lower, but we're pushed back up. So right now, there's no stochastic. This is a floor. And this is not really a buy. You know, this is not a buy because we don't have stochastic. Neo battery material, nothing to say here. Neo, This is the congestion zone between 435, even lower, 365, up to 628. No stochastic, I would not touch that one yet. Xpeng, no, Xpeng, we need to wait for 1056. No stochastic, don't touch. Rivian, this one I'm gonna move it down here, 826. You know, we need to break 1220. We broke it, then came back below. So then we should be a little bit more weary. Let's wait for 1316. Nouveau Monde Graphite, we need to wait for 231. Bitcoin doing better, doing a little bit better. If we break 71,673, that's a buy. XRP, this one we need to break 54 cents. And physical gold, we don't have any stochastic. This one needs to break 1856. And silver, this one, you know, is into a bullish channel. So each time we come close to the resistance side, we go either down or sideways. This one went down, so you might wait for another bounce to catch another swing, but you know, we have no sign of it right now. So Tesla, we are still in waiting mode. So this is why we are looking at so many stocks, because most of them are in waiting mode, but we have a few of them that are showing buy signals. So we just deal with the buys that we see and then rotate our money. We get on to stocks that are going higher. And when they stop going higher, we take our money out and put our money into the ones that are starting to go high. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.